Good morning. Welcome to One Seashell Channel. Welcome to Sunday Morning Love. How are you? How are you doing this fantastic day? Yeah, my hair looks wow. Yeah, it does. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. Did I have an awesome time with my family yesterday? I did. Man, I did. Wow, it was awesome sauce. Let me tell you. But we went to this restaurant where we had reservations, right? And I wrote a review. Man, let me tell you, I am never going back to that restaurant again. The manager was so rude. When I say so rude, to the point he rolls his eyes, okay? Someone made reservations for us, okay, for yesterday. We had a couple people getting there around 6:15, and everyone's supposed to be there about 7. So all black people don't work on BT time. I'm just saying. And I got there with the guest of honor and some other people around 6:45, something like that. So we were well in good time. So we're used to going to restaurants where the hostess party is to be, right? So black, and the two that were there are black, who were there before us. The hostess, who's a black man, really assumed that we're a part of the party, and they assumed that they were a part of that party. They told them the individual name who reserved the room, but they just assumed. You're working in a public arena, a restaurant like that. Why are you going to assume that? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Sitting out there waiting and waiting and waiting. And they're scrambling, looking through the books, and they realize, someone scheduled them for today at 7 instead of yesterday. So then the manager walked by. He had a shirt on with the restaurant's name on it. He just walked by, didn't greet, no, not even polite, nothing. Just walked by like we weren't even standing there, like we weren't the person who was having the issue. So he went about his business. We let him do what he was doing. We didn't approach him all at once or anything of that nature. Sometimes people will get kind of shaky. They see a group of black people coming towards them, and I mean, this is a known fact. So, and no, I'm not making this a black and white thing, simply because family members have been to this restaurant a few times, didn't have this issue, but it's on this particular night with this particular manager. So we are there and we're waiting to be seated. So we walk in the back. There is a party to our right, a party to our left. So we go further in the back. They have the black tables all, coming together, and they just laying the utensils on top of a napkin. And I was saying to myself, wait a minute, these other two areas, they have the tablecloth and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. What is this? So I talked to the manager. First, when he was taking us to the back, he didn't say table for 20 or table party of whoever the person's name. He gives me a number, 20, and look at me like I'm supposed to say yes. I said, excuse me, 20? Excuse me, like, what are you talking about, sir? And I said, the party of such and such. It's like he didn't even know. He just thinking 20 people. I didn't know how many people were coming. I didn't make the reservations. So it was just totally unprofessional, and it just wasn't done properly. We're not used to that. That was just bad customer service all the way around. So then he takes us to the back, and I said, excuse me, sir, may I speak to you for a moment? So I just pulled him over to the side, didn't raise my voice. That's not how I do things. I like to, when I see a human being, I believe that I can communicate with them up here. I believe that. So he says, I don't have time for this attitude. I said, excuse me, sir, attitude? Attitude. I didn't understand that. And I said, sir, you are being very unprofessional. You roll your eyes at me when I ask you a question. Hey, Josh, how are you? And you're going to say, I am giving you attitude? Maybe he wondered or thought this black person will attack him. Hey, Zachy, how are you? I'm doing well. I don't know. I don't even know. It just took me for a loop. I'm not used to that. And I was really puzzled. I was like, wait a minute. Attitude. Wait, what is going on here? You know? And my sister, my older sister, you talking attitude, she was upset. He didn't say to her, oh, she got an attitude. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm like right here, side by side, talking to him. And he going to say, I have an attitude? I didn't raise, I was talking quieter than this because he was right there. So then I said, okay. So we all sat down. My mother, the hierarchy of the family, she said, we're not eating here. The vibe changed. Everything was just, ugh. I lost my appetite. I was looking at the menu prior to coming to the restaurant. I was going to get a nice crab cake and just have a nice time. Because like I said, family members have been there before and had a great time. That's why we came back. And that's why we had this particular, planning to have this particular gathering there. So then everyone is seated. Then a waitress come in. Did not introduce herself as, hi, my name is Michelle and I'll be your waitress today. But I have to let you know that we do not accept separate checks. She comes in there and she's all with the hands and her neck going side to side. I don't know if anyone told y'all, but we don't take separate checks. I said to myself, the energy, everything was off. I'm like, we're here to celebrate one of my sister's birthday. And they're coming at us in such a way that we did not warranted it. And so my other older sister said, excuse me, ma'am, can you give us a moment, please? And she was like, okay. And she just walked away. So we having our quiet meeting. There's other two parties going on. We didn't make a ruckus or anything. That's not how we do things. So we're talking. And so then I got on up, went onto the car because everything was just off. And I just didn't want to be in that environment. So I went outside and I enjoyed the nice cool night that we had. And I sat in my car and I was writing my review. And then other family members came. So then the person who made the reservations called around, made other reservations to another restaurant that they go. So they were able to get in. Awesome. So then we go maybe down a mile down the road to another restaurant. Man, as soon as, because I came in a little later because I had to park and so on and so forth. And by the time my mother and I got in, they already had the majority of the party seated. Hey, Donnie. Hey, Quaker. Seated, already blocked off. Nice Italian restaurant. Very nice Italian restaurant. And then they seated my mother and I. We had our own little private area. No one bothering us. We're not bothering anyone. Just the atmosphere lovely. Was he the maitre d'? Black guy, dark skin, very nice, very people friendly, just oof. And then what really topped it off, this is what topped it off. There were two waiters, young men under 21, black men. One was light skinned, one was dark skinned. I'm just giving you details. Why are these two cars coming up a one-way street? I declare, what's wrong? Do you see that down there? They're coming up a one-way street. Okay. Interesting. What in the world is that? Look at this. Wow. And they from Maryland. Golly gee. Who would have thunk it? And who are they? Firemen coming up on a one-way street in their private vehicles. I declare. And the ones that's following him is not a fireman. I declare. Must be special. Must be special. But anyway, so we get in and we sit down and we order. I ordered a cup of coffee. Other family members ordered their. So this is what topped it off for all of us. The bartender kindly, politely served the drinks because the waiters were underage. They could not serve the drinks. I was like, this is fantabulous. And the bartender looked like he was Italian. And he called the black waiters, sir, where would you like for me to serve this? It was just so, oh man. And after they gave us the nice fresh bread, the sauce with the garlic, the fresh garlic, the parmesan. It was, I ordered the lasagna. It's delicious. I didn't even eat a quarter of it. I had to get a container because I can't eat all of that much in one setting. So I had a to-go container. And they came out, they packed up all of our foods because by the time the food came, we were already full with the bread, and we chit-chat, and we just had a great time. When we come together as a family, we have an awesome time. We don't see each other every day, all day, because everybody have different lives and live in different areas, distance apart. But when we come together, man, we have an awesome time. So, what are they doing here? All right. So then I packed my food up. Everybody packing their food up because no one really touched the food. The honoree of the night, she had those 2 big old Maryland crab cakes they had greens and some other stuff. She didn't even touch her food. Let me get up here. And so everybody just had their food being packed. They had this big table next to our table, and they took everybody's plate and neatly put the food in sections. And we were able to pack it up, and we brought a cake, so we were able to cut the cake. They brought the knife and the cake spatula and a beautiful glass with hot water. So when you slice the cake, it'll be nice and smooth. Man, cloth, napkins, not paper, cloth. It's the details. Silverware was spotless. It was just, oh my gosh. The bathroom, spotless. Very, very nice. One of my nieces was in the bathroom, and she didn't want to flush the toilet herself. Anyway, so one of the workers was close by, and so they did it for her. And that's how she is. She's certain things she just don't. Yeah. But anyway, it's all good. And I was trying to tell her, just use the toilet paper. No, I don't know how to do it, Auntie. And so the lady was like, no problem, I'll do it. Yeah. The little things, guys. The little things mean so much. And we had a great time. We departed, hugs and kisses, and my sister had an awesome time. Hey, Top Speed, how are you? She had, over 5 balloons with her birthday year, not her birthday year, how old she was. It was all about her, and she looked as beautiful as always. Always. People could not believe she was turning 50. The young lady looked like she's about in her 30s. 30s, like maybe 35, 41. But we all don't look like the age that we are. Even my mom doesn't. But we're grateful for that. And so, I'm just saying, people, what does it take just to be kind and respectful to one another? If you're having a bad day, it's not my fault. I don't know anything about who you slept with or wanted to sleep with and didn't, or you over. I don't know what the issue is, but whatever the issue is, why come to work and you put it on the individuals that you're supposed to serve? You don't do that. That's not how it's done. But we made sure we tipped those two young men. We made sure they got that money in their hand. And I guess they're going to split it up. Man, they were getting extra money, and it was lovely. I have nothing bad to say. It was 100% lovely. And what I want to add is, if you don't know, for you guys who talk about rideshare, the worst part about it, or about the women, or even some women drivers are talking about how sexy some of their passengers are. There are people watching the channels. I'm just letting you know. Some of my viewers are actually passengers. And they're glad to hear that a lot of drivers are being deactivated based upon their experience. And they feel like it's about time Uber and Lyft is doing something for it. Hey there, the dual beacon. Hey, Donnie. I said hello. Hey, Top Speed. What did you say, Jorge? All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of the day. Okay, Quaker. My lunch is over. Oh, okay. Quick. 2019 due. What? 2019. Is that in the topic? Oh, no. The 2019. Had a rebate. What's the... Okay. Hey, Flip. Oh, did everything work out for you, Flip? Did you get your money? No, Olive Garden. I mean, let me stop. There's nothing wrong with the Olive Garden, but this was beyond the Olive Garden. This was an exquisite 5-star Italian restaurant. Olive Garden had not, they didn't bring us bread and salad, because I've been to Olive Garden like maybe twice. But this was top-notch Italian restaurant. That was really, really nice. Really nice. The app is still having issues, but I didn't know you can cash out. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad you got your money. Yeah, and I woke up kind of late, too. I declare, Donnie, I tell you. I didn't know drivers were actually. Oh, yeah, it's an issue. I was watching the news. Hey, the Duck Jr., how are you? There's a couple more women who came out in reference to Lyft. One guy, her husband, he was tracking her, and he was, asking her, are you home yet? And she said, no. And he was like, this ride is taking longer than usual. So then he came outside and saw the car that the driver was driving. However, the driver was not in the front seat. He was in the back seat. And guess with who? Yeah, his wife. The driver is on top of his wife. He saw an opportunity because she was asleep. That, hey, ooh, let me take advantage of her. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mean no harm. But let me tell you, I don't even want to say it. It just wouldn't be nice. It just wouldn't be nice. The way the lady was expressing herself, she was like, I was trying to get him off of me, and, she couldn't, I guess he was bigger or something, and she wasn't strong enough to get him off. But when I feel I'm being taken advantage of, and then now you're trying to sexually assault, rape, and you're going to try to sexually assault me, I get such a rage that I black out. I'm not responsible for how you look afterwards, but I will make sure that Polar Sausage has some issues after you have dealt with me. I'm just saying, you got to have something to remind me. I'm going to have some DNA from my eyeball. I'm not promoting violence, but don't try to take something from me that I'm not giving you. Like, are you crazy? I mean, are you that hard up for a woman that you gotta wait until the lady fall asleep in the back seat of your car and you're gonna get on top of her? What kind of foolishness is that? I mean, are you serious right now? I don't care if her breastises or her jugs were hanging or she was, what? Dude, maybe he don't even realize, maybe he don't even care. There are certain husbands would have came out there and would have gladly got a charge coming into a car, see a man on top of his wife while she is asleep. Are you serious? Like, what? And I think now it's up to 4 for Lyft. And I'm just saying, guys, you drivers out there who, I don't know what you call it, but the passengers are watching you. You're being watched. Your channels are being watched. And always take notice. You might have 20 people watching, but if you only see 2 or 3 people constantly talking, just know there are some people in the bushes watching you. And a lot of times they can record your live even after you have deleted it, because they can record it live. So you have to be careful, guys. Just know Uber and Lyft has pictures of us. No, they don't have our channel name, some of our channels name, but they have pictures of us. And we show our face on YouTube. And all they got to do is match our ID, because you know how we do the face recognition and so on and so forth. Match those two together. Boom, bam, we got the right person. So what I'm trying to say is a quickie for a kiss or poinkity poinky poink worth you losing your job? Now you can't pay for your bills for your wife, your girlfriends, your family, whomever you're responsible for financially. Is it really worth that? And then you have yourself plastered on television as a rapist? Like, are you serious? It doesn't make sense, and this is for the women too, but it seems like it's more guys doing this versus women, and it's like, you don't look that attractive for something that women don't just come to you or approach you in your daily life, that you gotta wait until the night shift on Friday night or Saturday night to pick up a drunk woman? Is it really that bad for you? That don't make sense. That's nasty. That's nasty. And even though, like, it was on one of the Wendy Williams show, she's a Caucasian lady, and you know how Wendy does the Ask Wendy segment. So she gets out there. No one prompts her to do it. This is what she want to do. She want to ask this question. She said, Wendy, do you think it's wrong for me to make out with the Uber drivers? They're just so hot, so sexy. And I looked, and I turned my head like maybe I didn't hear what I heard. Hey there, not right now. And I'm like, did she just say that on national television? That she, not them forcing her, but she makes out with the Uber drivers, the ones who she think is hot or sexy. Is it okay? Okay. And I said to myself, well, do you know where their mouth go or went before they even kissed you? Or do you even care? Do they even know where her mouth has been before they kissed her? Or do they even care? Because some men, they just see women as sex object, no matter how filthy, dirty, stinky they are. It's just about a trash can. Some men just see women as trash cans, period. Let me dump it, either face, body, mouth, wherever. No, like, I said to myself, I said, now, what if this woman get raped? I mean, like, really raped after she put herself out there like that. Like, how would people see that? Would they say she deserves it? I would say no, because no one deserves to get something taken from them that they're not willing to give. But I just think it was very stupid and unprofessional on the driver's side as well as the rider to make out with your driver. And then now you're going to put it on national television? Does she know that they can track how many male drivers she had? Does she know that she can stop herself from suing Uber if a driver actually rapes her? Because now they got evidence stating that she makes out with them, which in some states see that as you are, promoting this, you are welcoming this, you started this. Some cities see it that way. They don't see it as, oh, it's getting dark. Some of them don't see it as, as a violation. A lot of rapes are going unreported. A lot. And I'm just like, some women are embarrassed, and then some men are getting assaulted. I know a black driver. He's been assaulted, and he don't say anything because he's afraid of his ratings going down. Are you crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's something wrong with me. I mean, I know I have mental issues, but forget some ratings. I'm not going to allow... I'm going to allow you to touch me wherever you want to touch me because I'm afraid of you giving me a bad rating. Forget that one. Are you... What? Sir, exit. Matter of fact, I deactivate myself. Are you... You're going to dangle my ratings over my head so you can touch me and fill me up however... I don't... You want some broken bones for sure. You want to go home curved instead of straight. Or, I don't know, you want something other than what you got right now if you're coming at me that way. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? I have never, ever since I've been with Uber 2016, I have never saw a female passenger or a male passenger that I was attracted to. Never, ever. How they may feel about me, that's on them. I didn't feel that way about them. Why? That's not me. Also, I'm the driver, you're the passenger. Driver, passenger. Know your place, I know mine. Let me get you to your destination safely and get you there in one piece. Anything sexually related, trying to get my phone number and things of that nature, I don't need that. You request me or a driver through the app. I answered the request. Here I am to take you from point A to point B. I'm not in this to pick up guys. I'm not in this to pick up women. I'm not in this to molest children. But some drivers, sad to say, they're in it to get some good-looking women or some handsome men in their car to get that visual. So when they're with their wife or girlfriend or whoever who might not look like that particular rider, so they have something fixed in their brain. Like, that's not right. And Uber really needs to promote dash cams, but have it in such a way that it goes to a cloud. Whereas, let's say something happens, the driver say, oh, something happened to the battery of the camera and something, and I don't have any footage. There would be no room for that. That it will automatically go to the cloud. You will keep things you can keep transparency between the driver and the rider. But right now, there's so many loopholes that drivers is and have been getting away with a lot of things. And passengers been lying, and some are telling the truth. Who the baby driver is? What? Beacon, come on now. Come on now. Donnie said, is the news hook? turn into sexual harassment. You know, it's not turning. Hold on, technology company with no cameras. Yep. Yep, I agree with you. Exactly. You need something, because right now, some of these drivers who women, if they're meeting them in the public, don't give them a second turn or a second look. They're taking advantage of this moment. They're taking advantage of this moment, and I just think it's sad that a lot of us as human beings, we feel good about ourselves based upon how others treat us. And a lot of men pump their chest when they have so-called good-looking women chasing after them, or they have good-looking women around them. It just does something for their self-esteem. But to me, I see a broken man. He's a man gender-wise, but as of his characteristics, is broken. Respect is more than just... Absolutely. Respect is just like love. It's an action. It's something that you show, something that you do. And you have it not only for yourself, but you have it for others too. And I'm the type person, if I want to air out boobies or cleavage, that's not for to attract a man. That's what I want to do for myself. That's not for a man to be drooling over and, visualizing. No. And that's another thing. A lot of men got to realize, we as women, some of us women, are not dressing for you. We're dressing because this is how we want to dress. And it's sad that a lot of us in certain different countries as women, we are not allowed to dress a certain way because the men are not able to control themselves. Now, when I'm doing Uber, I'm like wrapped from head to toe. But then I realize, well, not hair, face, you know what I mean. I'm professional. But even with that, they see triple D's. Some men, that's where they at. They see juicy arms. They see lips. They see eyes. They see complexion. They see hair. It's different things that triggers different men. And I don't think it's fair. We as beautiful women have to wrap ourselves, because I remember my grandma told me, she said, you can wear a potato sack and a lot of men would still be attracted to you. Not because so much how you're built. It's because you are a woman. A woman. Period. You can have teeth, no teeth, one eye, two eye, one leg, two legs, broken arm, no broken arm, big lips, small lips, no chest, big chest, hips, no hips, thighs, no thighs. You are a woman. Period. Just because you're a woman. So should we not feel good and woohoo about ourselves when we're dressed up, we feeling good, everything is balanced, and we just woohoo? Should we not feel good because men are gawking at us and drooling and wanting and grabbing themselves like, oh my gosh, I wish I can, No. But a lot of men need to get their act together. They really do. They're promoting it, everyone can go. Yeah. Hey, how are you? I'm 24. You know what? Sit down. You need to stop. You know what? You were in the bushes listening to my conversation and you had the nerve to sit down. Okay? Sit down. You're putting professional cameras in lots of cars. Do you just have to go to Best Buy? Yeah, me personally, okay, because see, this is another thing I think was making Uber and Lyft hesitate, and this is probably what was one of their big issues in the beginning. To have a transparency between driver and rider is, how much is it going to cost? Where are we going to storage all this? Who's responsible for the footage? What if we lose the footage and this actually happened? What's going to happen? It's a lot have to do with responsibility. Just like with the teenagers as passengers, the TOS says we're not supposed to transport individuals under the age of 18. However, you know as well as I know, come on now, some of the individuals who have credit cards or gift cards or whatever it is that they using on Uber, they're not 18. They know that. Uber and Lyft knows where we go, elementary schools and so on and so forth. They know you're not picking up an adult. Like, stop. Are you serious? What time does the teachers leave the schools? Not the same time that the students does, because they got to get everything together. Like, are you serious? But Uber and Lyft covers themselves because it's in the TOS. And whenever you and I turn on the app, we are agreeing to it. Therefore, if we choose to pick up at an elementary school or wherever, a mall or whatever, and pick up the minors, and something happens, guess whose hand is clean? Uber and Lyft. And guess who's in trouble? You. Right there. You right. You. And you back there. Yep. You the one that do it every morning. Yep. You right there. One thing I do know about Uber and Lyft, they're going to cover their tracks. Even with all of this alleged, or if this really happened with the rapes and stuff, they're going to cover themselves in such a way that they want to still stay in business. Yeah, they're losing a lot of money. But the thing is, when you have a company, some companies, they go into it knowing the possibilities. This can happen, that can happen, so on and so forth. And they kind of sort of have certain amount of funds in certain sections available in order to keep the company going. So Uber and Lyft are going to fight teeth and nail before they absolutely be no more. Because it's a whole lot of money to be made, more than what they have to give out in a settlement. They're prepared for this. That's why they have insurance on the company. It's nothing new. They knew this coming in. And because, for one, what did they promote it for? Late nights. You go out and party. You don't have to drink and drive anymore. That was the main promotion. The main thing. Or you can make some money here and there and so on and so forth. But some drivers on the other end, oh, okay. Get a nice, hot, sexy, young looking, drunk woman. Some black men, they just go crazy over some white women, and some white men go crazy over some black women. You know, I mean, it's just one of those, it's a crazy, crazy situation. And a lot of men, they prefer, not some, not all of them, but a lot of them, they prefer to work night shift because they have a better chance of getting a nice, sweet young thing to even recognize them. Without driving night shift, hanging out at the bars, a woman don't even look at them a second time. But you get someone who's tipsy, and they just, oh, you're so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so good. Just kiss me, please. And some men, that's all you need to do. That's it. That's all. That's all you need to do. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. Oh, she want me. Oh, yeah, man. She want me. Yeah, you want me to kiss you? Yeah, this kiss me. It's joy. They smell like alcohol. Like, oh, my gosh. Then their legs wide open. Some don't have underwears. They don't know where their underwears went. You know, and the guy just like, and then some, they play the little game. No, you come over here. You know what I mean? You're not, some of you guys, I'm not saying you in here, but some of you guys I know, you come over here. You know, and then she's like, man, please, are you serious right now? Stop. I'm just saying, it's stupid. I'm glad you don't, Flip. I'm glad you don't. Okay, it says YouTube creators. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you. I saw your comment on the on my other video. I'm actually working towards getting I want to get a red one. I would like to get like a mustard color one and a black one, a longer black one. But yeah, yeah, and I'm working on getting my another pair of gloves too. But yeah, I like my leather. Let's see. Really promotes. Some content creators, men and women, they feel like they have to use their body to get the viewers. They got to show a little this, a little that. They got to show skin here, skin there, because think about it, Donnie. Because sex sells. Sex appeal sells. To show a little this and a little that for some men, it's like, oh my gosh. And don't let them watch you on a big screen TV. And they can make it wider and wider and wider and wider and wider to the point what you might can't see from this distance, but they widen it, you can see even more. People who goes to the strip joints, the ones that watch the videos, the all the different things, it's because this is something that is major in our life. So for some of us, when we see it, we want it, and we want it right now. Oh yeah, you like that, TV Land? TV Land is cool too. I like what is it? Beverly Hillbillies. I like westerns. I like the black and white movies. I like the older black movies, like The Facts of Life, Different World. Oh my gosh, I Love Lucy. Three's Company, different things like that. I love stuff like that. It just brings back childhood memories in a sense. Different Strokes, yeah, yeah. I had 3 women last night. Not, I had them, but both of them passed out in my car, and I got them home safely. I didn't touch them. Good for you, Donnie. Good, good. See, that speaks volume about you. That speaks volume about you as a man, that you're a man who can control yourself. Some men, they can't. They just can't. It's just, they can't. They can't control themselves, and they assume that every woman wants them. Like, oh yeah, she wants me. She's not even thinking about you. Oh yeah, she's smiling at me. Yeah, she wants me. Yeah, yeah. She knew I was gonna be here. That's why she wore her skirt that high. Yeah, she wants me. Yeah. No. Not now. I'm not saying every woman don't dress for men, because some women do. They need that attention just like some men need that attention. But to say every woman wants you, no. Just like every man don't want you as a woman. Period. But that just goes to show you how there's some things that are kind of, misinterpreted, and they don't want to know the truth, because in their mind it makes them feel good to know that this woman wants me, and that woman not even thinking about you, don't even see you, looking through you. Like, stop. Don't do that. But this is the time that we're living in. And it was so much fun. You guys did a great job. You really did. You guys did a great job. Good sportsmanship. Very good. I want to see you, the Dual Beacon, and Donnie to do a live. That's what I want to see. I think that would be very, very entertaining. But I just feel like people are watching. They're watching. YouTube is a public place. Uber and Lyft is public. Therefore, a lot of people come to YouTube for pretty much everything. So they're coming through to see what some drivers are saying about passengers, and what passengers are even saying about some drivers. YouTube is a very resourceful place. It has a lot of information. And You have to be careful. And I know we all want to hit that number of subscribers. We want to make that money. I understand. I totally understand. But to what cost? It's like, even with this YouTube, once you get fully established, you got to have things in place, because people are going to try to come for you and try to sue you. So you have to be prepared for the nonsense that goes along with growth, with being noticed, the notoriety of it all. People are going to try to find things to lie on you, and you don't want it to be the truth. If anything, let it be a lie, but they're going to have to prove it. You know what I mean? That what they're lying about is truth. But if it's a lie, they can't prove it. But if it's the truth, it should be able to be proven one form or another. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I hate to see another driver get deactivated because they were too weak for a woman, or that woman was too weak for a man. Now, see, the thing is this. You think about it. Are there not females raping male drivers? I can't really see that, me personally. But can it happen? Yeah, I'm quite sure it can. But if you ask the question, will a man rape a woman? A lot of hands will go up, because that is what we hear more about. That is what we hear. That is what we see. That is what we read. Thank you, Donnie. That is what we see. That is what we read. But like some male drivers have shared with me, some men have groped them, touched them, squeezed them, tried to kiss them, like their chest, the way their chests look, and so on and so forth. So it's like, you saying you doubt it, Flip? You don't think there are any women raping men? Yeah, I mean, you see the little things on television where the woman, throw the man up against the wall and ripping his shirt off, but he wants that. That's not him going, oh, no, don't do it. No, yeah, anyway, but yeah. I mean, I'm not against passion. I think it's awesome with the right person in the right arena. But when you have to force it from someone, that's a problem. That's a problem with you. Not the person you're trying to get it from, but it's a problem with you. Because no is no. Welcome back, Josh. No is no. No. And then I understand how sometimes we women can be. We be like, no. But then we doing one of these numbers. No. And we just like, then we doing one of these. No. And we just like, and we like, no, her no don't mean no. And she just, and then, and no, you're not getting it. No, you're not. Or look, do one of these numbers. Peekaboo. You want it? You're not getting, you know what I mean? I understand the tease. I understand that. However, you as man, you as a professional driver, you gotta know how to get out of stuff like that. You gotta know how to say, Peter, no, this is not the right time right now, Peter. Don't do this. It's a trap. It's a trap. I know what she's working with. I understand, buddy. I know. I feel the thumping. I understand what you're going through. But man, don't do it, Peter. Don't do it, Peter. This head has to supersede, Peter's head in situations like that. You can't do it. You can't not do it. And I understand some women, when they're going out at night, they barely have clothes on. They, dressed up and, glittered up and hair done. I mean, they look nice. But but you gotta be careful as drivers, guys, and that's for women and men. But I'm just saying more men because that's what we're hearing and seeing, you know. And maybe because I'm not a man, I say it's not worth it. But some of you men said it's not worth it, so it's not worth it. It's messing with your bread and butter. And don't have a wife or a girlfriend at home. And now you're gonna explain. You're gonna go home, man, honey. I got some bad news. This woman, she came all up on me and stuff. I was pushing her away, and she got a little bruise on her, and so she's gonna she's gonna email Uber and tell them that I assaulted her, but she was all up on me, baby. You know, I ain't do nothing wrong. It was her. And then hopefully the girlfriend or the wife know her man and know if he's telling the truth or not. You know? Let's see. I don't think any of these drivers are professional the way they be carrying on traffic. That's true. I agree, Flip. You have to quit that. You are turning. You know what? See, I'm gonna get you, Dottie. Dottie. I'm eating bread and butter. Oh, okay. That's awesome. But you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't. And some of us women, we can be masters or masteresses of tease. We can make some men make their head spin. They don't know if they're coming or going. They just, you know, the blood has flown and it's like nothing's working up there. Peter's in full force, and they, you know. But I just think you have to know how to deal when you are a professional driver. And a lot of people have different motive when they became drivers. It wasn't all about making that money. They saw an opportunity to make things better for themselves apart from money. And it's not fair that we as women have to wrap ourselves up in such a way and kind of sort of keep ourselves in a corner because we don't know what type of driver we're dealing with in terms of male versus female. Now, when it comes to male passengers who might be gay and male drivers, oh my gosh, how do you get a hot dog? Oh, that's one of the new features that they have. I did that on another live. Thank you, Josh. You're so kind. Oh, it's happening. Maneuvers, okay. Oh, really? Oh, really, Donnie? Wow. Hey, Uberman Tampa, how are you? Wow, Donnie, you got some stories to tell. And and like when it comes to gay passengers and gay drivers, even with that, this is what I'm saying. For one, the people, your riders are not looking at you like you are the sexiest man and woman on earth. They see an opportunity to sue a company to get money off of. It's not your cologne. It's not your eyes. It's not your skin color. It's not your haircut. It's not your clothes. It's not your physique. It's none of that. They see money. And if you are foolish enough to take them up on luring you to do something to them, do you deserve what you get? I mean, do you deserve what you get? Hey, Gwen, how are you? It's covered, okay. I would think that the man would be more forward than the woman hitting on the driver. Okay, I always thought that women didn't hit on the driver because they consider us low income. No, some women, no, just like I just said, Flip, it's not so much what's in your pocket. It's what's in the pockets of the company you and I work for. Oh, no, we're not stacking millions. No, but the company we work for is stacking millions. How much money do you think a lot of these women have already gotten from Uber and Lyft? How much more do you think the other ones that are coming in, putting their filing their claims in. How much money do you think they're going to get? Is it coming from the drivers? Oh, no, not at all. No, if anything, it's going to stop the flow of the money of the driver. So women will come in millions, exactly. So women will come on to men if they think that they're going to reap some benefits from it. If they're going to reap some benefits, I just feel, me as a driver, I just feel things should be compartmentalized. I'm your driver. I don't care. You think I'm sexy, you think I'm beautiful, but brother, sister, sir, ma'am, mister, I'm not in here for you to pick up on or anything of that nature. I'm here to take you to your destination, and I continue to work. You are my passenger. You are my father. If you gotta, put it into a family situation, you're not this sexy woman or this handsome man that I feel like I need to get some digits and so on and so forth. No. The average woman, the average passenger that is looking at the average driver, knowing our income, they're going to taunt you because they know the company you work for has the money. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the company. And some riders, they will tell you how to drive. And if you are unprofessional enough as a driver and follow their way that they want you to drive and be reckless with it, boom, bam, get in an accident, you think they're upset with you? They know about the $1 million insurance policy. They know about that. So they want to try to get as much of that as possible. And there are plenty of lawyers out here who can really take certain companies through the ringer and can get a lot of money from them in settlement, big time. And a lot of companies prefer to settle out of court because when you go to court, you have all these court cases that you got to deal with. You're going to have professional people coming in to testify. It's even more money. So a lot of time when it comes to companies, they're trying to negotiate with you and see what is the most less amount of money we have to spend to resolve this issue. Ambulance chasers, there you go. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's like if you don't protect yourself, who's going to protect you? I'm just saying, really, who's going to protect you? You know it's not Uber. You know it's not Lyft. And you know it's not the riders. If you don't protect what's yours, who else will? If you got to look at every beautiful young woman or however you see the beauty of that woman as your daughter or as your mother to keep your mind straight, yeah, she might be, probably look as sexy as the sexiest woman you have ever seen in your life. Put in your mind, you know what? Or tell her, you remind me of my mother. Tell a woman that who's trying to allure you into a trap. You talking about, little girl, you remind me of my mother. Your mother? Like, they be like, oh, your mother? How old do you think I am? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not saying age-wise. It's just some of your, your personality. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. And don't say my mother passed a couple years ago. Just like with some men, they think, they all pumped up and they think you want them, you want, oh, this, I'll lay it on you, you know how some guys can be, they just, you'll never go back to it, you'll be walking bow-legged, you walk up straight, you'll be walking bow-legged. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. But I'm just saying, I've come across men like that. They just like, hey, hey, one night with you, Yeah, or with me, man, I'll put something on you that you never had ever before. You'll be knocking on my door in the middle of the night wanting more. You know, I mean, they just have this certain rap, this certain, and you tell them, oh, you remind me of my grandfather. Yeah, I remember my dad used to tell me how he used to act. Little boy, chop them down where the air is. And sometimes you got to do that to whip some people into place, to change their atmosphere. No, buddy, it's not about that. You are my driver. Take me where I want to go, and that's it. If I meet you out, apart from on the app, and I choose to approach you or let you know I remember you as my driver, and I, feel your vibe and you feel mine, that's a different story. But when you're in the confinement of this vehicle and the app is on and you have a destination voice talking to you, pick up Kim at in 1 mile, or pick up Bob in 1 mile. No, you're working, okay? You're working. You're the driver. You're the chauffeur. They're the rider. You're the driver, period. I don't care what you see on her or him, what you smell on her or him. Don't do it, guys. I mean, come on. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because you're going to lose so much. You're going to lose so much. And then you'll have a bad label on your name as being a rapist. And then they don't have children. And then if you molested a child or said something wrong to a child and now you're branded as a child molester, now everywhere you live, people can look you up and know who you are and so on and so forth. It's not worth it. I've never seen it to be worth it. And I don't want to ever feel like I see a human being, a man, and want him so bad that I'm willing to risk all. No, I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. Batteries does wonders, and the things that get plugged up is even more wonderful. Like, I mean, if you choose to go that way, what I'm trying to say is, it's not worth it. I don't care if the woman got game and all that. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because after all that is said and done, all of the screams and the cleanups and the and the oh gosh. After all that is done, then what? Then what? And don't catch some type of STD. Oh, it's a different word now. STI is a different word that now they have changed for STDs or something. Like, now you're branded, and you will always remember that moment as you burn and scratch. And you're like, man, she was sexy and all, but man, I ain't feeling good down there. It was green. Green? Man, don't say nothing. What am I gonna tell my girlfriend? I told her that I gotta get some pills or something, so we won't be having sex. I can't let her see that. What am I gonna do? And don't get two men who are trapped in a situation get together, get their heads together. Sometimes it's not always good. It makes the matter worse. Makes it worse. I've seen it on one of Tyler Perry movies. Oh my gosh, he thought he was talking to the doctor to get some medicine shipped to where they were. Lo and behold, it slipped out, and the lady said, no, I knew you had it because I gave it to you. I don't know the name of it, but it was one of Tyler Perry movies. But so what I'm saying, guys, is think with this. Women, think with this. You know, it's not. Yeah, man, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm just saying, it's just not worth it, Gwen. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for a moment that will change your entire life. I don't care if it's 10, 15 minutes. It's still a short moment. And a lot of times people pump themselves up more than what, if a person was to fall through with what they're trying to promote and they disappointed. Are you serious? Huh? Wait a minute. Are you even there? Like, I see you, but are you there? You were telling me you gave a good representation of what was to come, but I don't know what's going on right now. I know you're right here, but where are you? Like, where are you, buddy? You know? So it's not worth it. That's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. I'm not trying to get graphic and things of that nature, but trying to sort of put humor to it, but it's serious. And we are all being watched here on YouTube. Uber and Lyft rideshare is very trending right now. It's a lot going on. So if your channel comes up under rideshare videos, people are watching you. So I'm saying to you, cover yourself. Protect yourself. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. Anytime you have 20 people, 15 people, or 5 people in your live, and you see only 2 or 3 constantly talking, and the other 2 are not saying anything, one of them or even both of them can be a representative of Uber and Lyft. They are representatives who have channels with nothing on it, but only so that they can tap in on other channels. I've had some, and they could be lying, I don't know, but I wasn't afraid because I am what I am. What I'm saying is truth. Okay, so whatever. They said that they are Uber customer service or support. Is it true? Okay, that's nothing to make me shake in my boots. Okay, good. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for your comment. Okay. But if you're not, oh, hold on. Let's see. What are everybody else getting? Something?
They getting peanuts, Mama getting chips.
Oh, okay. He getting peanuts or peanut cheese?
For you, but I don't think we're gonna have enough for his peanuts.
Oh, okay. Hold on here. All right. I'll do Cheetos. Oh, they got on Cheetos, the crunchy ones.
The Cheetos.
Yeah, Cheetos. Okay. All right, sis. Oh, okay. Let me pull up here. Let's see. Don't get your head confused. Think with your... Exactly. I tell you what. It's better when both people are feeling the energy at the same level. It's amazing. It can be amazing. But when you're forcing it, that's not good. That is not good at all. But that's how some people are nowadays. But if I can encourage any male driver, any female driver, even a male passenger or female passenger, if this is how you are, you need this type of companionship. You need this type of being noticed and being loved, to feel love, that you need men to want you and to desire you. You need women to want you to desire you, to make you feel important. Seek some help. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, where you're going. Seek some help, because it's going to backfire on you in such a way, it's going to mess you up for the rest of your life. And you don't want to have a brand of being this particular person of this type of attitude or action. Like, you don't want that. It's bad enough that we have plenty of riders lying on us, and we have some drivers lying on passengers. Like, really. So it's one of those things that happens naturally. So we don't need to put fuel on the fire because it's already a fire. You know what I mean? You got to have some type of self-control. If you got to empty the bucket before going out or in between your 12-hour shift, empty that bucket. Don't rape a woman or a man. Call your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You know, if you got to do a sex talk over the phone to get you through the day, you know, you handle that there. But when it comes to passengers coming into your vehicles, that is what they are. Passengers. They can be strippers, they can be prostitutes, whatever. In that app, their title is passenger, rider. That's it. And the reason why we are in contact with them is because they've requested a ride, and we are the professional driver who answered the call. Even if you're ordering food and a lady say, oh, you can bring it in, come on in, and she has the most sexiest negligee on you have ever seen, or the guy is in leather and got a red ball in his mouth and he's telling you to bring it in, no, and someone's bent over and you see more than what you should see, that's not a calling card to say, come on in here. No. And even if they say it, don't do it. It's a trap. They don't want you. They want the money from Uber and Lyft, Uber Eats, and all these other things. It's not about you. It's not. It's not. Men and women can get sex from anywhere. Anywhere. But a lot of money, that's a different story. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Love yourself, know yourself, be yourself, and change yourself to improve yourself, guys. I know I laughed a lot. I have such a visual mind. It's amazing to me, and it just tickles me so. But anyway, yeah, guys, be careful. Not only out there with your passengers, but even here on YouTube, because people are watching. And you don't want to give people any type of ammunition to take you down. And that goes for me too. I have to be mindful of some of the things that I say as well. So I'm not even exempt. You too, Gwen. Take care, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate every last one of you. Thank you, Donnie, for your input. And the dude Beacon, Uberman Tampa stopped by, Quaker stopped by, Josh, Gwen, Zachy, Flip, the guy who asked me out, no thank you. Thick. Let's see who else. Some Rocks, okay. Top Speed. Trying to make sure I got everybody, acknowledging everyone. So bear with me here. I think I got everybody. Yep, got everybody. Oh, Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy. I said Zachy. Yep, got everybody. All right, take care. Let me see. Did I miss anybody else? All right, thank you, Doodle Beacon. Take care, everybody.